Welcome to Suzhou, China for the first leg of the Curling World Cup. This four-leg series will go on to Omaha in the USA, Jönköping in Sweden with the grand final next May in Beijing. But it all starts right here in Suzhou at the spectacular, brand new Suzhou Olympic Sports Center. This is the first event ever at this stunning facility. Teams are entering the playing area. We have men's, women's, and mixed doubles competition here at Curling World Cup. This evening, it's the turn of the men. Our feature match tonight is Canada taking on Switzerland. I'm Hans Farnell. I'm joined by Rona Howie. Good evening to you, Rona.
Good evening.
Aims to be a fantastic match. Eagerly awaited, a bit of an Olympic rematch. And let's meet the teams. Here's Team Canada. At lead is Ben Hebert. At second stone is Colton Flash. At third, BJ Neufeld. And the skip is Kevin Cooey.
And Team Switzerland at lead, Valentin Tanner. Skip, playing second stones, is Peter de Cruz. At third, new member Sven Mikkel. And fourth player is Benoit Schwartz.
So for Curling World Cup, here's how the points are earned. If you win the event, you get 10 points. If you lose the final, you get 5. If you win a round-robin game in 8 ends, you get 3. No extra end games here. 1 game stone shootouts. 2 points to win a shootout game. 1 point if you lose a shootout game. If you lose within 8 ends, you don't get a point. Other matches we'll keep an eye on here. In session 3, Sweden is taking on the USA. Norway versus China, our feature match. Canada versus Switzerland. And Scotland takes on Japan. Teams are getting ready. Rona, a lot of people have been wondering about the new look team Kevin Cooey. What are you expecting tonight to see from this team?
Yeah, I think there's certainly been a lot of people watching with interest to see how they perform in their first match together. But it's going to be a tight game.
Rules of play: 5 rock free guard zone rule, 8 ends of play, single stone shootout will break ties, no extra end games. There is thinking time per end as opposed to the entire game, and there are no timeouts, although the teams can talk to their coaches between ends.
Yeah, I can.
It's a double round robin, so the hammer is assigned. Each team will have the hammer 1 time each in that double round robin game. Canada's got the hammer. That means Switzerland will get us underway. Valentin Tanner.
And I think the big difference for the teams here at this is more the time allocation, where they're used to having 38 minutes thinking time to play 10 ends, whereas now they're only playing 8 ends, but they've got 4 minutes for the first 4 ends and 4 minutes 15 for the 5 to 8 ends. So it's a new concept, and it's meaning managing each end rather than managing your overall time.
Just line. There. Room. It's got to be flash. What's that? Back 8. Okay. Got to be flash back if you 4. Have to. Back line's 4. Good. Yeah, finish it up here, flash.
Open's okay. Probably not back.
Yep. Check a piece. Yep. Check a piece. Yep. Good toss.
Stone comes just past the T-line.
There. Who these? Yeah, it's actually nice there. Take it on.
And the new 5 rock rule introduced here. Canada have been playing that for quite a while in many of their events, so they're probably more experienced at playing that than Switzerland.
5 rock rule adapted this year by the World Curling Federation, but you're right, Rona. Players have been playing it in the Grand Slam events for some time. Means more rocks in play, more opportunity to come back from an early big end. when you got last rock, you've got a chance to set 2 center guards. The 2 corner guards.
Really close.
Ben Hebert.
Hard beach.
Line's good. Line's good. Wait only.
Whoa, line's good.
Wait only. Just top
Line's
8.
good.
You got some room.
Fully,
Go.
go.
Hard. Line's good.
Come on, beach.
They're trying to bury this behind the guard.
Come on, boys.
Keep going.
Having to work it hard.
Go. Good scrub.
That's pretty good there.
Yeah, great spot.
So Switzerland choosing to ignore that. They can't see enough of it. So we're just going to draw around.
There's Peter de Cruz. Skip of the team, but he throws at the second stone position.
Set. 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 Breathe. Set. Breathe. Juste breathe. Ligne bien. Ouais, c'est derrière. Vite. Good shot, man.
Rona, you mentioned that you openly talk a lot about this new look Kevin Curry team, but a new player on Team de Cruz as well.
Yeah, Sven Mikkel has been used to skipping his own team with great success. So he's come in, very strong player to bring into the Swiss lineup. Brings a lot of experience.
Colton Plash.
Weight's good. Weight's good. Weight's good. Yep. Whoa. Little heavy. Yep. Just
Just looking to try and tap the Swiss stone back, but it's over curled and split their own.
Good shot.
But he played a really nice controlled weight, so that was always plan B.
Good throw. Came down nice.
Yellow stones belong to Switzerland. Canada with the hammer here in the first. In-turn takeout attempt here from Peter de Cruz. This one's tracking a bit.
Just not curling as much as they had thought.
Jams it. Trying to move it out of the rings, just. Sven Michel trying to get a little bit of curl.
Is it? Okay. Time out.
Gives it thin. I'm looking for a technical timeout. Some kind of a problem here for the Canadians. Colton Flash asking for the time clock to be stopped. There are no timeouts, but
Rock's busted up.
players can ask for the clock to be stopped if there's a technical problem, and that's what's happened here.
Oh, yeah.
The handle's just a bit loose, so they'll need it tightened. You don't want to throw it with that
Where do you want us to go here?
loose because it could interfere with the line of the stone.
I think that draw to the wing is a huge guess.
We like this.
Usually you can just turn it one way and it'll tighten up.
It's kind of a cheap timeout for the Canadians. They can talk a little bit of strategy while the
Prefer not to throw it.
technicians attend to the loose handle.
If you wreck the rock, you can get time to talk.
Talk all you like.
Just don't.
Probably like. Yeah, I mean, probably even just.
Kevin Cody can only watch and wait.
Border buried.
Yeah, there's no timeouts for speaking to coaches, but you can still have technical timeouts, obviously, if there is a problem with the equipment.
Sorry, where do we want to be? Evening it up?
Probably just bite before we.
Top eight, a quarter under that double is going to be like.
Kevin Cody and Peter de Cruz sharing a smile at the far end.
We're just going to come back for the slam in November.
Let's see.
So we're not doing the
Head ice
not doing the
technician
Big Ten and
Hans Woodrick
Thanks, Andy.
with the magic key. Tighten the handle.
All right, top eight weight, I guess.
Don't think Hans is just trying to get on TV. Do you think?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Colton Flash after the adjustment to the equipment. Time clock starts again.
I got all there.
Line's good.
Just line.
Line more than.
T.
More than.
T line.
First end of play. 8 end games.
Oh, and unfortunately, it's just caught some debris on the ice.
A little bit.
That
You can see the
grabs.
stone spinning there.
That's a deep one.
And it's not even fully guarded, the red in the house.
Yeah, bad break for the Canadians.
2 tiers. Toi, 4. OK. 10, c'est bon. OK. Regardez-moi.
Watch on the replay. Watch this stone. It just grabs, and players know that that stone is just going to come up short. Nothing we can really do about that. Just a bad break.
Oui. Oui. Non.
Spin the count.
Un fait demi. Non. Non, Ben. Ouais. OK. Good speed. 9-6. OK.
Just hits that on the nose, so it allows Canada now the opportunity to just come off the inside of that and get a roll behind cover.
Yeah, okay. Good board.
OK. Good board? Yeah.
Confirming that there's a little bit of a gap past the guard, so chance here for BJ Neufeld. Good board weight, just trying to get a little inside roll behind that guard.
Little down. Hard then. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Hard.
There's the hit. There's a little roll.
Made it. Great shot.
Yes, welcome to Team Kui, BJ Neufeld.
Shot.
Hebert and Flash on the brushing.
Yep. Hard.
Nice read from Kevin Kui. Perfect little flop. Just right.
So Switzerland now have to try and follow with just a quieter weight to try and get the curl
Well by the guard.
and roll back out the way.
Gets a piece. Just enough to nudge it through the rings. Nice shot.
Normal.
Most of you are only doing it.
There's Sven Michel.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Hard.
BJ Neufeld.
Easy. Easy.
On the nose.
Nice hit and sit in the wing.
Throws beach.
By doing that, it means that Switzerland have to chase that stone in the wing. They didn't want to roll out there and allow Switzerland the opportunity to come around the guards.
Benoit Schwartz makes his way to the shooting end. Schwartz is so impressive at the Olympic Games.
A great bronze medal there for them. Finished a really good season that they had, a really strong season. So bringing Sven Michel in as well, you know, with that experience, it's certainly a big move for this team going forward.
First end of play. Canadian skip Kevin Kui in the hack.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Wait up.
Where the nose. Peter de Cruz asked for a bon moitié. That's a good half. Trying to roll it behind that center guard.
Yeah, he's got two guards that he can stagger behind, so he's got options here.
Certainly worth a try.
Wait at me. Yeah. Whoa.
Tiens.
What? Wait. Whoa. No. Tiens. Wait. What?
He's rolling somewhere. Is he behind cover?
Oh, nice shot from Benoit Schwartz.
Great shot.
That's a bon moitié. Great shot.
Canada will still be able to see enough to probably split it out, though. Well, maybe just.
I mean,
Very
definitely
tight.
the easiest way to make it would be this way, but it's a bit of an unknown, right?
It's probably in the way too. I think this will really curl. I mean, we saw theirs, but I think you're playing this for one.
That's true.
I mean, unless you want. I mean, if you're playing this one, I think it's just about a control.
Like we've seen them throw the hack there.
Yeah.
Doesn't do much.
What looks easiest?
Out turn with back 12.
Okay.
Like take one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A bit of a moral victory, I think, for the Swiss here, Rona. They're trying to figure out a way that they can make contact and blank the end, but
Real tough blank.
what they're saying, it's a really tough blank.
Yeah.
It's just a guess.
Yeah, no, I think you score one.
Because they saw Switzerland come round in this hand earlier on, just a quiet weight tap back, so they know they can control this, so they're happy to take their one rather than risk going for the blank and not making it.
Final stone of the first here for Canada's Kevin Cooey.
That's good. Back 12. That's good. Back 12. Whoa.
So sweepers are happy with the weight that's been played.
Back 12.
It's going to have to curl though.
Hard Colton.
Here it comes.
Go.
How much momentum, though? Just enough. Nice shot from Cooey, and it's a single point for the Canadians.
Good throw.
Yeah.
Interesting first end.
Throw, Kev.
Good force for the Swiss, though. Canada opened their account with a single point after one end of play. It's Canada 1, Switzerland no score.
Yeah.
Had him in jail. Okay. Nice toss, Kev. Starts right away. Yeah, it starts.
A little light, but
Go then.
Ben Hebert gets us underway in the second end.
Pretty high. Hard, go.
Yeah, go all you can then.
We're here in the stunning
Hard beat. Pretty good.
Suzhou
Go.
Keep going, Garrett. Line.
Olympic Sports Center.
Right up.
Suzhou,
Go, boys.
inland from Shanghai. It's about a 2-hour drive from Shanghai. And Rona, this complex is just amazing. Not just this indoor arena, but there's a football stadium next door, a swimming stadium. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's a fantastic complex. Great for the first ever Curling World Cup. So Canada put up the centre guard, and Switzerland tried to draw around but just came up a bit short. So it's left two centre guards now.
Yeah, 6 feet heavier than this.
Chance for the Canadians to switch gears and
there right now. Just line.
start thinking about a force of their own. Maybe a steal.
Just line right now.
Line's good. Line's good. Top 4 flash. Line's good. Line's good. Hard.
Format here at Curling World Cup. The 8 men's teams are split into 2 pools of 4.
Shot.
They will play a double round robin, so these teams will play each other twice in the pool phase. Teams accumulate points. You get 3 points for winning the game in regulation. If you win the game in a shootout, you get 2 points. If you lose the game in a shootout, you get 1 point. And if you lose in regulation, no points. Teams at the top of the table in their pools at the end of the double round robin go to Sunday's final. And the winner, they get a place at the grand final of the Curling World Cup, which will be held in Beijing next May.
Just a couple feet more after on the T line there? Yeah, the one to pick? Yeah.
Going for T-line. Line's good. Line's real good.
So Switzerland lying 1 at the back of the button. Canada just trying to come in on top.
Keep going. Keep going.
Need to work this one really hard.
Go, go, go. Okay, Flash. Good sweep. Good sweep.
Bit light of weight, but it's usable there. The sweeper's working this one really hard.
Yeah, Ben Hebert, one of the best in the business, and BJ Neufeld pretty handy with the brush as well.
Go. Okay, Flash. Good sweep.
Peter de Cruz.
Yeah, they know these centre guards are danger for them. So just trying to open it up. Oh, just past the one in the button. So it certainly opened it up. It's done the job that they wanted to do. They want to keep it simple. They've got last stone.
Normal.
And I think you'll see now, hand, because of it only being 8 ends, the teams don't want to lose a big end early on because they don't have as much time to come back in the game. So they'll keep it closer for the first few ends.
Yep, 5 rock rule in effect. So
Smudge. Hit enough. Just take out. Okay. No.
take a look at some of the other action. Scotland taking on Japan. Scotland's Bruce Mowat with his last stone.
He's facing 2 Japanese yellow counters in the head. He just needs to hit and sit to score. Just hangs on for 1.
Single point for the Scots. Bruce Mowat had a fantastic debut season, really, in the men's competition. They put in a great performance at the Men's World Championships last year, Rona.
They did indeed. For a young team coming on the scene, they had a strong season. And as you say, finished it off. Bronze medal at the World Championships.
Colton Flash guiding that one housebound. Interesting rings here at Curling World Cup. That's the Curling World Cup logo. Sven Michel.
So we're just seeing a clean end now. The guards are out of play, so it's just removing 1 for 1 in the house. And that's where, when it's a quick end like this, it's not like you save time to bank it for future ends.
Thinking the exact same thing, Rona.
With this format, you've got your 4 minutes to play this end, so if you only use 3 minutes of thinking time, well, your minute's lost.
Yes, can't put it in the bank.
Nope.
Teams trading hits.
And it is interesting for the very first Curling World Cup that, you know, we have the men's, the women's and the mixed doubles all playing here. First time ever that they're all under one roof, so it's really good to see.
Certainly is.
The member associations were invited, so it's World Curling Federation, it's their member associations. They invited based on the world rankings of the countries for each discipline, and that's how they determined the top 8.
We see the Canadian bench, Coach John Dunn looking on, along with Nolan Thiessen. Binoculars at the ready. Wide open spaces for Kevin Cooey. Yes, this event's being played under World Curling Federation rules, but there are a few rules that are unique to Curling World Cup. End-based timing is one of those things that's unique to Curling World Cup, as is the tie-breaking one-rock shootout, which we saw earlier today in the mixed doubles event. Here we see Thomas Lips, coach of Switzerland. Benoit Schwartz.
No. She's snuff.
No. La fin de mi. La fin de mi.
Ok. T'as coupé.
Pas comment je vais le traiter, le Kering.
Right on the beak.
Pas sûr comment je vais le traiter, le Kering.
C'est comme ça qu'il est fort.
C'est vraiment bizarre.
Ça fait.
There might be somebody more even-keeled in the sport of curling than Benoit Schwartz, but I'm not quite sure who.
Yeah, he's a cool customer.
Sure is. There's another cool customer. Kevin Cooey.
Easy peel.
Easy.
Yeah, you never really know what they're thinking. You keep all emotions inside.
Nose hit from Cooey. So a blank opportunity coming up here for the Swiss.
Je pense qu'il faut un poil plus vite.
Ça?
I want to be careful about giving too much of a gap. We have seen big weight hits track a little bit here. No problem there for Schwartz. Hits, rolls away, and it's a blank end. Switzerland will keep the hammer into the third. After 2 ends of play, it's Canada 1 and Switzerland no score. Canada gets us underway in the third end.
Looks here, guys.
First leg of the first ever Curling World Cup.
Line's good.
It's good. Tight. It's tight. Whoa. It's just faster. Whoa.
Shot Ben.
First event is here in Suzhou. Next leg of Curling World Cup will be in the USA, Omaha, Nebraska. And after that third leg, we will know which teams are going to participate in the grand final, which will be in Beijing next May.
That's right.
And it's not necessarily the same teams that will play in all 3 of the events to qualify for the grand final.
Weight's good.
Although, as you say, the winner goes straight to the grand final, that they go as that team. But the member association can send a different team to all 3 of the legs.
It's true. Some member associations have already announced their teams for the different legs. For example, USA Curling, I know, have named Team John Schuster as their men's team in the Omaha leg. It's Greg Persinger's team here in Suzhou.
For regular normal ice.
Makes it interesting.
When you first do it, I thought.
Plus 5. Un peu moins. 4-5.
C'est bien.
4-5.
Valentin Tanner.
Regarde. C'est exactement là.
Un peu là. Oh, place, place.
Attends, Sven, attends. 5.
Ok, Benoît.
So Ben Herbert was just a slightly heavy with his draw, so it gives Switzerland the opportunity to come round this centre guard. Plays that nicely.
Yeah, good spot there for Tanner.
Getting that through last time, quite close. When he swept the anyway. Yeah.
This Team Kevin Cooey very much in the getting to know you phase, I think, Rona.
Gotta go, Vic.
This is
Yeah,
really their
absolutely.
first big tournament together.
It's going to take time for them to. They've obviously played against each other a lot over the years, all very experienced curlers. It just takes time to get to know your wee foibles over the course of a game.
Won't leave these lined up.
Good sweep.
Good flash.
AJ Neufeld, third man for so many years with the Mike
Pas
McEwen
de
ring.
corner prise, mais
Ouais, on peut.
Very successful. Colton Flash,
C'est bien, exactement sur la 7 heures.
Steve
4.
Laycock.
Ouais.
14 and me.
Il était 15 avec le balayage.
Il faut 15.
15, ouais.
Ok.
Into Cruz.
Il est bien, jusqu'à 3. C'est un peu
He
tight.
called the sweepers on this very early. He must have thought he was light played.
Il est très bien pour 4. Il est très bien pour 4.
Ideally, they'd like to come in and just half check the red that Canada just played.
Just going to over curl and onto the center guard. Big finish.
It's not a disaster there. It's still guarding the right side.
Okay, so just like 3 feet more? Sure.
Yeah.
Yellowstone belongs to Switzerland. They've got the hammer.
Yep. So Canada's still trying to build the end here. They're wanting in on top of this yellow.
Weight's pretty good, Kev. Top
Wait
8.
only. Line's good.
Line's good.
Wait
think
the
it's
4.
heavy.
Bit of room. Wait, Benny. Wait, Benny.
Line's great.
Okay, line's good.
Line's great.
You can see the clocks up in the background there. That's what the players are watching.
Hard. Right up, right up.
Yeah, great shot.
Oh, beauty.
A lovely shot.
Colton Flash.
Tiens, moitié.
This corner freeze.
Switzerland think, oh, that's trouble. We don't want to lose a big end. We need to get this open.
There's Colton Flash.
So this is the guard that Peter de Cruz put there the last time. Now having to remove it.
Go. Yeah, Pete.
Spills that one on the rings as well. That's a bit of a bonus for the Swiss. Nice shot.
Dirty tricks they're planning.
Try and nose it. Yeah. About a millimeter high.
Almost big roll, maybe.
Big rolls Ben's way. Well, you don't want to jam the back. You got to throw that
They can
with
hit
heel.
that. What do you like?
That one. Hit 3.
First thought was playing on that.
What did you hit in the nose even? Right on the nose?
I think so. If I hit it a little high, it's not the worst.
Yeah, either way, yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, you got to hard.
Normal?
Take it like normal.
Team Kevin Cooey has always been a little bit notorious for
Right on the nose.
time clock usage. The teams run out of time during an end.
It's good.
BJ Neufeld close to the ice.
Yeah, great skill not to get the stone touching the brush. They're so close. And he's so low, his eyes virtually behind the stone.
To peek over the top.
Ouais. Pile. Ouais.
So he's hit that in the nose.
Okay, there's the eyes on the handle. There's the brush. And clear of the stone.
Switzerland would like to take a double. That was a key shot there for Sven to lift both those reds. He was only going to get one chance at it. Had to take it there.
Yeah, perfect. Great shot.
So Canada now, they still can build up for their two, but they want to try and get a good roll off this yellow.
And they've got a guard just in front of the rings. Look for a little bit of cover if they can get it. This one, though, is really moving. Is it going to jam the back?
Oh, it is.
Uh-oh. That's trouble. Great chance now for the Swiss. Bad luck for the Canadians. Switzerland with the hammer here in the third. And something really going now.
Yeah, Canada really needed to roll behind cover to give them a chance at this end to put pressure on Switzerland, but by rolling out, they've now turned full advantage to Switzerland.
Well, not only rolling out, but jamming at the back as well.
So Switzerland just having this discussion, where best would you put the third stone, because you don't want to leave a double.
It's one of those situations where almost anywhere you put it, it's going to make it worse for you, which is kind of not great.
Yeah.
And as you said, Rona, these teams are very aware of each other's skills, and one thing Peter de Cruz knows for sure is that Team Kevin Cooey, when things get a bit sticky, can throw missiles. Clear the house in a heartbeat.
Yeah, so they're looking at, even if they do leave a double for Canada, as long as there are other stones still there, they can split it to at least get their two.
Pushes the stone to the back of the 8 foot.
3/4. Makes this shot a little bit delicate. Yeah. A little less than half a rod.
Heel. Okay. Make sure we get the double.
So Canada really want to lift this double. Their shooter will be out in the open though. And it would mean the two Swiss yellow stones would be spread across the house.
Trying to kill those two stones at the bottom of our picture. Kevin Cooey.
Really hard. Really hard, Ben.
Hard right to it. Hard.
Right in the nose. No double takeout there. So the multiple point end is still very much on for Switzerland.
Yep, that was a mistake there.
And called the brushing right out of hand. Just a fraction tight, I think.
So ideally Switzerland would like to hit this and roll fractionally to the left, as you saw it there.
Parce qu'il sera caché s'il fait le double. Il faut vraiment rouler. Pour les dehors, c'est pas grave.
Let's go.
Don't want to get too cute with this one. They're talking about rolling behind the stone at the front of the 12 foot. Sure don't want to roll off the rings here though, do you, Rona?
No, definitely not. They want to roll fractionally over to the left, and obviously if they roll right behind, it leaves a double off the front one. But he just doesn't want to leave a double the way it was before. So just a wee bit roll to the left is ideal.
So Benoit Schwartz make a great hit and roll in the first end. Let's see what he can do here.
Having to hold this.
No, it's going to spill off the rings.
We need to get more ice.
Yeah, more ice.
Okay.
Yeah, that curled more than they had anticipated.
So, bit of a break for the Canadians.
Yeah, I think for them now the Canadians are saying, how can we not lose a two?
Like if you ever roll it a bit this way.
If they could hit and roll in off this one at the side, they will lie short.
You can't double jump.
If you could get the perfect hit and roll.
So much. Kind of an easy weight or?
I like good control.
So after a bit of discussion about
feature here, that control.
The merits and the negatives of trying a double takeout.
Yeah, I like it.
It's still, speed's not coming off.
Not here, no.
Just a little control weight hit and roll. Just needs to roll about a rock and a half to the right as we're looking at it. Schwartz and DeCruz look on.
Yep.
Control weight.
Yep. Yep. Gotta go. Hard.
They're on it early.
Easy. Easy.
Well. Yep. Yep. Hard.
Trying to hold the roll.
Sorry. Shit. Sorry.
Ben Heber doing a fantastic job of blocking out the sweepers.
Yeah, the Swiss trying to get in to sweep it across into the open.
It's definitely open.
Maybe it's getting a little more
that's what I was thinking on yours.
Take a look at the replay. Heber trying to hold the line straight. And, oh, sorry.
His dancing shoes are in action.
Yeah. Working it hard.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Through the legs.
Sorry, not sorry.
At least he didn't kick it. So it does give Switzerland a chance now for a 2. Just a nose hit.
Schwartz over curled on the first one. Trying to make a small adjustment here to cash in the deuce. No, they're really working it. Can they hold this one, or is it going to overcurl? Oh, well swept and well held by the Swiss. It is a deuce. Switzerland cash in their pair. They take the lead. After 3 ends of play, it's Switzerland 2, Canada 1.
Très bien, Nick.
Pas mal. 2,5-3.
Fourth end of play here in our feature match, Canada versus Switzerland here at the Curling World Cup. Suzhou, China. Hans Frauenlob here with you. Two really high quality teams.
Yeah, it's certainly close so far. Very small margins.
Just line. Lots of room. Gotta be VJ.
A couple of errors from both sides, just hitting and running out. Still getting to grips with what the ice is doing. It's fresh ice, it's their first game.
Yes, we had a women's draw this morning, a mixed doubles draw earlier in the day. Men's draw this evening. Opening day here at Curling World Cup. Action will continue through to the final on Sunday.
Canada have drawn nice around the centre guard. Switzerland just trying to draw right round that to the 4-foot.
Pretty nice looking shot here.
Beautiful shot. Well swept.
Yeah, very well swept.
Either one.
Neither of these teams really have chosen so far to speak to their coach at the end of the end. There's no timeouts now. The rules at the World Cup, so they can chat to their coach at the end of an end. But both these teams are quite happy just to get on with what they're doing. No interference.
Line's good, guys. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, you gotta go.
Come on.
Hard.
Come on, Flash. Go, 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 go.
Oh, just past it.
Oh, well swept again.
Shot.
Very well swept.
Shot, Ben.
Good scrub. Thought ours were there closer together.
Huh?
Canada with the hammer. Here on the fourth. Yellowstone belongs to Switzerland, but 2 red stones are menacing in front of that Swiss rock.
Okay.
Peter de Cruz.
C'est quasiment la même chose, je trouve.
Yeah, just choosing to put up the guard here and just ask Canada the question.
Let me. Juste. Let me. Juste. 1,5, 2.
They're in a much wider line, so it come off that hill big and start curling.
Très bien. C'est bien.
Yeah, done the job that he was asked to.
C'est bien. They like it. Canada have got a few options. They could clear the front. Well, after throwing those freezes, I don't think Kevin Cooey is going to be in a hurry to take those red stones out of play. No. They looked at clearing the guards. They could come round. The draw's there to come right round to the 4-foot and lie short. But he doesn't want to go too far behind that yellow so that if that plant's used later on, it would jam on his own. So he wants just to sit in the 8-foot.
Top 8.
What?
That last stone by Colton Flash is in such a good position. It's sitting right in front of the shot rock. Doesn't want to disturb it. Wants to save that for later.
Just wants it in the 8-foot. Yeah, perfect.
Surrounded 2 beauties from Colton Flash.
Great spot, man. I'd love like 1 more inch of curl. Yeah. I thought it breaks down. It seems like
Colton
curls
Flash looking for more.
I did it pretty hard.
Now you're peeling, I think.
I think we have to.
Well,
What he's got?
he's guarding.
You can see Kevin eyeing up all the angles,
Yeah,
waiting to think what he's going to be playing at the end of the end.
this end is shaping up to be very interesting. It's a game of chicken.
So they want, they want that just to freeze on top. Just didn't curl enough at the end for him, but
Might have
it's
curled,
there.
Might have curled just enough to change the angle. Stones are stacking up.
Probably have to hit it high side. 7 inches
Let's take a look in while the Canadians are sizing it up at Norway, China.
Always touches it.
Norway up by 1.
High side.
Sanchi Lang.
And then you sit right there. I think he wants some weight though.
Chinese skip.
If anything, a sliver high.
Where am I hitting it?
Nose.
Nose or just a shade high, if anything.
Oh my goodness.
Get to the inside of it, I don't think you'll...
Disastrous result for the Chinese. A steal of 2 for Norway, and Norway goes up 3-0. So after a bit of consultation,
Good. We have to get rid of that.
Very good. Good shot.
I'm not sure. I'm just counting stones here.
Drag the wall.
Yep, Colton Flash.
Not bad.
It just
There's the
got
hit.
a lot thinner than he
I
meant
didn't see
to,
ours staying that like that easy.
but he got a good result.
I
Took
know,
the
but I
Swiss
didn't see
stone
our
off the
red one
4-foot.
staying. I thought it would go out.
Even if we high sided it?
Right.
And Canada have got 3 counters in the house. So this is a key shot here for Sven Mikkel to get the raise and remove a red.
Wait.
Oh my.
Oh,
Don't think that's what they were looking for, but
Fuck, are they sneaky?
they'll take it.
could have been a worse result.
This guy gonna make a shot he calls.
Ça c'est chance.
Ça, c'est bien joué, je trouve.
I think in this spot you can probably throw here.
Okay, bump. What is that?
Good, little light.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Weight's good.
No.
Flat.
This one's tracking.
Hard.
Will it curl? No, goes by everything.
Missed opportunity there for Canada to line.
Not happy with that one.
Deux tiers. Deux tiers, trois quarts.
Ouais.
Sven Michael.
Non, non.
Want to keep his shooter in play here and not leave a double.
Oui. Whoa. Whoa. Roulez.
Looking for a little roll. Half around the front one. Not bad. Another
inch.
Centimeter roll would have been great.
Centimeter.
Oh, no. Metric mostly.
Hack. What are you thinking there?
Okay.
Kevin Cooley asking BJ Neufeld for hack weight.
Weight's perfect.
Whoa.
Maybe a touch heavy.
No.
Back one.
No.
Waiting for this one to curl as well.
Hard bend. Whoa.
Now they're switching gears to play the backstone.
I'm giving just too much ice there.
Yeah, Kevin Cooley says he's putting it on himself. Thought he gave him too much ice.
Super straight. You're in those. Super straight. That's real nasty straight.
Really a patch of ice there that's fooling the players a little bit, Rona.
Ça colle pas la même chose que ici
Yep,
avant.
just
Ouais,
need
colle
to
moins. Ouais.
ice accordingly. Because he did drop his weight to a nice control weight there and it still didn't curl for them.
Canada with the hammer here in the fourth, trailing by one. BJ Neufeld, Kevin Cooley looking on.
Right, those out turns are really hooking going the other way.
Benoit Schwartz.
Neuf.
I think it's second.
Yeah, BJ Neufeld eyeing it up.
Yeah.
Are we?
I think so.
Okay.
Hack weight.
Similar to you then, hey?
Yeah, I like the same weight. Sure we're sitting
Good
here.
hack. Hack. Probably middle of four.
I don't even want to roll frozen.
Yeah, so they've played down here, they know.
I guess I just play this to be straighter. You think that's max?
I like that, Brent. What do you
It's
think?
not going to curl too much for them, so they've seen that happening.
Yeah. I like it.
If the red at the top of the house is second shot, he just needs to hit and roll over. He doesn't need to remove the other yellow.
Bit more than you.
Easy, Ben. Clean. Yep.
Now they're happier with this line.
Yeah, they've made the adjustment, and this one looks pretty nice.
Yes.
Yeah, great shot.
Really good. Boy, Chisler.
So a big turnaround. Canada now lie two. They've got last stone advantage.
I was close to board.
A little heavy up.
You can't roll under. That's going to jam. Nice to see that. I mean, that ran exactly how mine ran.
You can see there, just catches enough, a nice tap back weight and rolls over towards the yellow Swiss stone.
C'est pour ça que 8, au pire, je prends en plein.
Quelle seconde c'est pas?
Rouler avec 8, ok. Sur
Ok.
2 tiers.
Une moitié, ça peut rester.
Non, c'est clair, il faut prendre en plein ou 2 tiers.
Tu veux jouer plus vite même?
104 on the time clock now for Switzerland. End base timing.
Ça, c'est large assez.
So this is the last end where they've got 4 minutes per end. After this, they'll get 4 minutes and 15 seconds. play the remaining 4 ends of the game.
If a team runs out of time during the end, the non-offending team has an option. They can put a 2 on the board right away, or they can elect to continue to throw if they have a chance to, they think, to get more than 2. Those are rules just for Curling World Cup.
Switzerland want to lie short here. Oh, just rolled too far. So it's going to be a free draw for 2 for Canada.
Giving us his equivalent of a temper tantrum, bit of a head shake. He's disappointed.
Not quite.
I'd say it's us.
And they're double checking just to make sure they're lying 1.
Have a quick look there, Flash.
Kevin Cooey looking for a third opinion. Triple check, please. Colton. Yep, we're good.
30 seconds.
Time's ticking.
It's all right. He just needs to cross the tee line.
Kevin.
Oh, 7 seconds. Plenty time.
Luxury.
Line's good. Felt good to me.
Just needs to be fully in the 8 foot to get the second shot.
Clean it.
Sweepers seem quite happy.
It's not hit. It's not hit.
Hebert and Flash on the brushes. Well, this one's gliding a bit. They're fine.
Shot, Kev. Very nice.
Yeah, perfect.
Full in the 4 foot for the 2s. Canadians grab their pair, giving them a 3-2 lead halfway through our 8-end game.
What?
Highlights from the first end. Canada's Kevin Cooey with the out turn. Colton Flash promoting a little bit of extra curl, pushes the Swiss stone back, and it's a single point for Canada in the 3rd. Switzerland's Benoit Schwartz needs to hit and stick to cash in a pair. Just hangs around, and it's a deuce for the Swiss. And in the 4th, after Schwartz hit and rolled away just a fraction, leaving Canada's Kevin Cooey a draw for 2.
Shot, Kev.
Needs full 8 foot, throws it into the 4, giving Canada a 3-2 lead after 4. Let's look in now at Scotland versus Japan. Goyoki. His last stone of end number 4. Young Japanese skip, only 18 years old. Needs to draw the 8 foot to score a single point. puts it on a piece of the lid. Single point for Japan. Scotland leading that one 4-1 after 4 ends of play. So let's catch you up with all the scores. Sweden and the USA deadlocked at 1-1 after 4. Norway with a 4-0 lead over China. Our feature game, Canada is leading Switzerland by a score of 3-2.
Go. Gott, Alle. Zwei Wochen jetzt.
Ja.
Das ist genau der Plan gewesen.
Ja. I think it's...
Aber ohne gross aggressiv.
Again,
Moi,
je pense que jouer agressif, c'est pas... Enfin, trop agressif, ça sert à rien. Je pense qu'on peut vraiment mettre un deuce...
C'est la même.
Percentage edge. Really close. Canada with the important score for the statistical edge on the scoreboard. That deuce in the fourth giving them a 3-2 lead. But pretty nice shooting from both teams here. Ben Hebert. Canadian lead, 94% for the game.
It's going to over curl, Beach, easy.
Let's get over curl, guys.
A little tight there, eh?
Little, yeah. Just a little tight. And I think you got to play this way to curl.
Absolutely. Yeah.
5 rock free guard zone, Rona. Do you think we see anything different here from Peter de Cruz here in the 5th?
Yeah, I think he'll certainly be trying to get his 2. He'll use the free guard zone to his advantage to try and build up a bigger end.
Benoît. 4, juste 4. Benoît devant. Un peu quand même. 4-5. Okay, whoa.
Just trying to come round that guard.
Valentin Tanner.
It's curled out the other side.
Probably good hack. You got a long way to
Good
push
hack. Okay, good hack. Yeah. No.
Which means Canada can now tap this back.
Ben Hebert.
Weight's good. Flash, no, can't. Heavy hack. No. Barely heavy. Yep. Ball chip. Yep. Oh. Hard.
Right to it. Whoa.
Trying to work this hard. That curled more at the end than they thought.
Yeah, they just squeak it by the guard.
But a great result. Rolls stuck behind the guard.
A cheeky inside roll.
So, in theory now, Switzerland are looking at using both of those as guards, trying to come round both of them.
C'est bien. 4, prise, c'est bien.
4, 5. 4, prise.
4, 5,
prise,
c'est bien.
Prise, c'est bien.
C'est un peu plus. Non, c'est... OK.
So don't work. The sweepers had called what the weight was, so they decided instead of coming round, they knew they weren't going to. They wanted just to freeze the top one.
Tiny bump there.
So now Canada will try and go right round.
Colton Flash.
Little bit for
Second
line.
player.
Hard line, Benny.
Line only.
Gotta go.
Gotta go hard.
So it's now the 5th end of the 8 ends.
Hard line.
So they get 4 minutes, 15 seconds to play this end.
No.
They've come up just a wee bit light as well.
Okay.
So the draw right round is still there for Switzerland.
Tu veux faire tout?
Il faut juste pas que lui puisse faire ça.
They are thinking if they hit that top red, they could put the yellow onto the red, but they're going to leave that because the plant's quite good for them just now.
Well, nice angles if you could ever tuck one around there. Peter de Cruz.
Sac.
Et juste 6, 7. 6, 7.
7, 8. Sac, 6.
C'est bien, il y a de la place.
6,
So
7.
on that first draw of Tanner's, if you've got the right weight, you know it's going to curl enough to get behind those
Ah, 8.
stones in the front rings.
C'est 8. Oh, c'est 8, 9.
Got
Put a wee bit more weight on, and it's just taking its time to curl now.
A bit of extra steam, but look at that finish. Pops out the other side even. Back 8 foot.
It is the shot, but unfortunately with it being so far back tee, it does give Canada the chance to come in and sit on top.
Just line.
Flash.
Line's good on this one.
Hey, just line.
Line's good.
Close. Back 4.
Okay, you got room.
Starting to curl now.
Yep.
Line only.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard, Denny.
Trying to get past the top one here. Oh, I just caught it. No more.
Sort of a clip fest there on those stones in the top rings. Let's take a look in at Sweden versus the USA. Current world champion Niklas Edin.
Sitting against 2 counters
Wait at me.
and takes his one.
King Niklas, after some off-season surgery, back in the saddle.
Yeah.
Great to see him out there.
Like,
So Switzerland just
Hit the
hit
yellow
that Canadian counter on the nose.
Sliver in.
So Switzerland still just lie 1 at the back of the house. Canada would quite like to probably lift the double here, but that would mean their shooter roll out.
BJ Neufeld.
It's good.
I wonder if he's ever not moved the brush in time and has caught the stone because it's so close at delivery. It's a real skill, that.
Curl in here.
Noses it. A few options now for the Swiss.
on aime bien.
Non, das ist compliqué, je pense. Ça, c'est un peu compliqué, meinst du nicht?
So don't get too complicated.
Kind of blast one in the pocket there, and you could pop the Canadian stone out to the side.
I think so. I like hitting that one, catching the other red, and then push your yellow onto the other red. And it'll open it up. Switzerland have got last stone here.
Ja, aber dann gibt's German. Achtung.
Looks like they might just be thinking nose hit on that stone in the 12 foot. Here's Sven Mikkel. 94%. Pretty nice shooting.
Oui! Allez! Yep. Ah, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Gets a little action. Pops the Canadian stone into the open. Still shot.
It was that way. It was in between. Hitting that one on the nose and catching it thin enough to push the red right out. So
Has to be.
could have gone 50-50 on it.
Yeah, just shot back. Yeah. Back 8 is best, probably. Back 4, guys.
Yeah.
But Canada are lying short. If they can draw another one right round here and lie 2, would certainly put the pressure on.
Kevin Cooley asking BJ Neufeld to throw it to the back of the 8 foot.
Line's
Doesn't want to
good.
leave it a little higher and potentially set up an inside double.
Room. Room.
Get it back here. Line's good. Cheers. Bite back 4.
Oh.
Nice shot.
Beach.
Boy Beach. Very good.
Good sweep, guys.
Si c'est là, faut le faire, je pense.
Yeah, great shot. So they now lie 2.
Ouais.
And Switzerland have really taken that plant off.
Clears the guard by a good rock, but look at this finish. Wow.
It's like having a remote control at the end, just meow, round the corner.
Sven Michel.
Wait. Allez! Oui! Allez, Benoît! Roulez! Okay.
Leaves the Canadians lying 1 at the back of the 8. And now under cover.
You can just make the double, but then you'll be able to follow it either way. Then you might have a run.
We're shot. Huh? We're shot. You just need to look at it. Well, I like the hit and roll too, all day. Grab,
Yeah, Canada know that yellow out in the left there is usable by Switzerland to raise. So they're either going to, they're looking at hitting and rolling in off it.
Any kind of roll.
seeing the hit and roll?
Seeing the hit and roll, you just put it right here.
I don't like that because the short runner, I think we go this. If it hangs and you hit the nose, you make the double.
And you're better off, there's no point rolling.
Just make the double then.
Right. You're better off to nose it, right? The roll doesn't get you.
See, Switzerland have got yellow on the left and the right to use.
If you roll it where you have that maybe, or just nose it and make this, or just roll a sliver.
If you roll behind the red, it's beauty.
Why? What does that get you?
What's he gonna do?
Well, he just draws in here anywhere, or that way.
Okay, makes it tougher for him.
I mean, you put it here, at least you can use it.
1:25 and counting on the time clock for Canada.
The nose hit or the draw.
I like them making that double, Beach.
Okay,
like dead nose.
But it's thinking time, not playing time, so that's
So it
plenty.
has to be fairly straight.
20 seconds for
I'm thinking
2
firm.
stones.
Yeah, I like feel it's gonna be real straight, Kevin. Right on the beak? Yeah, shouldn't do anything.
Much like a golfer that hits a putt firmly to take all the break out of it. We heard him say, just throw peel. Take all the curl out of it.
So this is where Kevin said no, he didn't like the hit, but the team have persuaded him that it is the right shot to go for.
Just firm, not heavy.
91% for Kevin Cooey so far in this game.
Yep, hard, hard.
They do get the inside roll.
That's second.
Second shot.
That's big that we got second.
I like that call. And like the result.
It's tough to get
And yes, it
back to a
always
really good
left
go.
Switzerland the chance to draw around, but they've got to make it.
Because all you have to do
You
is
know,
get
they're
it.
facing 2 now.
I know, I mean,
Here's Kevin Cooey. This is what he sees as he's delivering the stone.
Yep, hard,
A little inside flop. And there you go. Right behind cover.
Great shot.
Freeze it, force.
There's quite a lot of space to draw here. You know, he's got the whole 8 foot and the 4 foot to be in to be shot.
We certainly know it'll finish.
C'est bien.
And Schwartz also at 91%.
Some good shooting from both skips.
Sweepers are backing right off this one. It's got lots of weight. Needs to stop in the 8 foot for shot. It might be a fraction deep. It actually lost its handle. Looked like it picked something up.
It did stop for shot though.
It did stop for shot, but I think it's in the open.
Just bump it a bit. Right?
Doesn't pick, we're drawing us at 3. We're on the button.
Bump it a bit, you lie 3.
yeah, you might as well try and get under.
So
make
both
them
these
make
skips
draw,
have
right?
a non-curling hero of Roger Federer.
Don't leave it there.
Throwing that kind
That's
of
interesting.
back. This rock should come
Look
up
at the
and
stone. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Stop, rotate. And it sits in the
If
back
it
of the 8
hadn't
foot for
lost its
shot.
handle, it would actually have buried in there.
Would have buried, but
like just
probably wouldn't have
feeling
been
it?
shot, I think, Rona. Might have scooted into the 12 foot.
Whatever you like.
Regardless, there it is.
Yep.
4 seconds, no problem.
Less and less each end.
That's how Kevin Cooey rolls. And he rolls out this time. No problem there from his perspective. It's a force.
Yeah, happy with that. They're lying 2. Force the 1.
Absolutely. So similar path for Benoit Schwartz, but he'll be thinking that last one probably felt a little bit heavy. So Gotta be careful not to dial too much back on this one. Last stone coming at you here on end number 5. Take a look at the split times. Time's been running about 13.1 between hog lines. T-line weight. It's in the 14 range, so they're working it pretty hard. No problem there. Glides safely, gets a piece of the button. No problem, Benoit Schwartz. Drills it in there to save a 1 for the Swiss. After 5 ends, we are all tied up at 3.
Okay, well, we're in the situation.
That's what you're just, I knew he'd be tied up with like 6.
I'm just thinking about it here, though. Just hang on, hang with me here. If we blank it, it's not great right now.
No, it's not.
You know what? Real curling, I love it. Yeah. No extra end, not interested.
Yeah, no. It does change.
It does. I don't want to go for it. I want to get 2.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah, we got it.
After 5 ends of play, we are all tied up here in Suzhou at the Curling World Cup.
Let me do it. Okay.
Canada versus Switzerland. And Rona, I heard a very interesting conversation between the Canadian players between ends, talking about being in the situation. And the situation they were talking about is we're tied up. We've got the hammer in the 6th end. How do we avoid a situation where we're
Wait only.
not getting ourselves into a shootout? Do you play this end more aggressively to try and open a bigger lead, to try and win the game in regulation?
Yeah, so ideally they don't want to blank here. They want to score a couple. Because in regulation curling, they know if the game's peeled, they get an extra end. Whereas here, it's a 1-stone shootout. So they certainly want to win the game rather than be going for the tie and the shootout.
So that can change the way that you're thinking about how you play the 5th and the 6th and the 7th ends, because you're not trying to set yourself up to maybe win the game in an extra end anymore.
No, in an ideal world, you know, this is the 6th end. They want to score 2 here, force 1 the next end, and then they go into the last end 1 up with the hammer.
Yeah, you have to go into it.
That would be your ideal
Try
scenario.
this, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to be heavy, though.
Well,
Back 12.
You're going to make it good. You need to be. You
Yeah,
here.
This is an easier spot to make this shot. This runs nice.
They won't bounce high.
Should be straight here, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with back 12, this should get.
Van Hebert.
Just, that's light. Light.
Hard.
Hard beach. Hard beach. He line.
Sweeper's out of hand. Thought it was light.
Right to it, right to it, right to it.
Hard. Keep
Right
it
to
high.
it, right to it.
Hard, keep it high.
Top 8. Off.
Switching gears now.
Drawing past it.
Wow.
Pretty good. It's really good.
Worked out.
It's accidentally not bad. Works. It's good.
It's good to have a plan B that works.
I'm not going to be heavy here, boys.
Let's look in now at Norway versus China. Norway with a 4-0 lead.
Really good. Really good.
Final stone here for China's Zhang Qilang.
Good scrub, guys.
This team from Harbin.
Get roll into the corner.
Nose is fine. Little roll here is good too.
Crashes the front, so
Control.
chance for a 2 is gone. It's a single point for the Chinese, and Norway leads it 4-1. Feature match Canada's Colton Flash.
Hair down. Whoa.
Really good.
Hard. Whoa.
Good.
Good toss. Good.
Moves the guard off the center line.
Good shot.
Good flash. I think it's fly. You can split that too if you wanted. Only tight enough. But
Canada has the hammer.
Kind of stuck
Here
in
in the
between
sixth.
there, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought we were rolling.
Exactly. Ouais, ça comme c'est bien.
Decision time really for the Swiss, Rona. Now do you kind of go hard for the force of the steel? This is the big shot right here from De Cruz.
It is. He wants to get right round here onto the forefoot.
Let's have a look in while this stone's in progress at Sweden, USA. Sweden with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, USA drawing against 3 here.
Yeah, tough shot here for Greg Persinger.
Line's good. Play the weight. Line's good. Right here. Play for T.
Filet in the forefoot to get his 1.
Croy. Don't shot. It's
Nurnberger
good.
and
It's good.
Biden
Just play the
on the brushes.
same way. Oh, it kicked. Yep.
Oh, no, it caught some debris there coming in.
Did. I don't think they were going to score, but it does cut Sweden down to a single point. So steal of 1 for Sweden. They go up 3-1.
Big hair.
Back in our feature game.
Switzerland tried to draw around, it just didn't bury enough and left Canada the nose hit. So now Switzerland can go for the hit and roll behind cover.
Sven Mikkel.
Attention. Oui.
Wee Whoa. Gets the roll. But maybe 1 rock width too much.
I got half.
You gotta hit more than that. 2/3. Forward weight.
Can you make this in turn maybe? Can you make this in turn with like hack?
I think so.
Maybe, yeah.
It curls. That looks like the easiest shot.
I think you can. Curls here.
The turn's really hard.
I think
There's a
you
bit
can
of
do
space.
If we get the yellow guard, we get the yellow guard.
Yeah.
You peel the yellow guard, it's on the end of the roll.
Hack weight.
Hack weight.
This should curl.
BJ Neufeld being asked to throw hack weight. He's trying to tap his own onto the Swiss rock.
Yep. Hard flash.
Hard.
Back it.
Hard.
Whoa. Go.
There by the guard.
Yellow one.
That is pretty nice.
Lovely shot.
Great shot.
Beautiful.
Nice controlled weight.
Oh. Player shot.
Deux tiers. Deux tiers comme ça. Ouais.
Canada lie too. Switzerland really want to remove both of these Canadian counters.
Okay. Ouais.
They can't get the double and roll behind the cover, but at this stage they want to just remove both Canadian counters.
No, says Sven Mikkel. And that's why.
Go.
Caught it thin.
Go, Pete.
Yeah, caught it very thin. At least 1 went out.
Okay. Well, you can't get under on
Not what was asked for there.
Intern's
So advantage now to Canada with last stone.
I don't think the intern's crazy. I don't hate that back here.
Do we
That's
keep
good.
it simple
That's
too
not bad.
and split the house?
Back 12, back 8.
Well, you want to be.
Yeah, here's
No, I'm just thinking
fine.
like back 8 late. Okay. You gotta expect us to curl like mental. And a little stickier than. Maybe we could use more ice.
Yeah, 2's a pretty good score here for Kevin Cooey.
Yep, that was their objective at the beginning of the end.
Yeah, I think you gotta throw 6 feet more. I think it's 6 feet difference. I think so too.
They are going out to the wing. It's a bit of a fresh spot for them. They haven't thrown many out here.
Alright, guys. Looks like it's sliding pretty good, guys.
Sweepers are
Looks like it's sliding pretty good.
Just nursing it down.
You're going to run out of rings, but get it.
It's there. Nope.
Yep.
Big curl in this hand.
Yeah, Cooey would like it behind that tee line, and there it is.
Yeah, great shot there.
Yeah, very nice end for BJ Neufeld.
Tu veux jouer le
Made
peu,
that
mais
hack
derrière,
weight
mais-
raise takeout and follows it up with a very nice draw to the wing.
On
Moi, ça ne me dérange pas d'essayer le double, hein. Mais bon, lui, après, il vient là, ça change rien, mais...
Tu veux venir derrière? On peut venir derrière.
Hein?
On vient derrière.
BJ Neufeld's a golf
I
professional.
mean, it curls.
Yeah.
Like, big
Saw a
time
photo online that this team played a round of golf in Shanghai before they came
Venir derrière,
to
s'il te
Suzhou.
plaît. 8. Parfaitement caché derrière celle-là.
Mensch, doppel.
On arrive avec les deux curls, je pense.
Fais ça.
Ouais, avec lui?
Ah ouais.
OK.
So this is an interesting call now.
8. Comme ça, hein?
Ah ouais. 13-5.
Switzerland know
Pardon? 13-5.
that they don't want to lose a big end here. They want to force Canada to take their one or go get a steal. So they're going to draw right around here.
Yeah, I think giving Kevin Cooey 2 is almost as bad as giving Kevin Cooey 3. So
Attention, ligne.
Benoit Schwartz electing to draw around the pile and try to force Canada to 1.
Sweepers are really piling into this from the second they let it go.
Attention, 6, oui. Oui, Val. Ouais,
Needs to be buried.
Allez, allez. Fort, les gars.
They're by the top one.
Continue, continue, continue. Yep, 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 yep. Go, 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 go.
Oh, what a shot.
Very nice stone from Benoit Schwartz. Maybe wanted another foot of distance on that. Is the angle raise still there for Cooey?
Yeah, that red was always the danger one. They had to have enough distance past it.
Bah, là, large comme ça, c'est abusé.
But it's back to this tricky line where they've struggled a wee bit.
It's true.
We can hit
So if
3/4.
you've got any running on it, it's hanging straighter.
Thinking there.
That looks
I'll
good.
plant well. Yeah. Of the plant it, right? Same weight flash through?
It will be the angle
Same weight
raise.
flash through, that control?
Has to kind of hit what he can see.
Heavy board, like there's a bit
Mine
of
was probably
space.
easy control, like heavy board, I thought.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta
because he
get
doesn't want to hit
fairly
it thinner
tight.
and just
Yeah,
nick
that
the
makes
yellow
sense.
and then
Yeah,
it
like,
leaves
Heavy board, that should be
another
good.
shot.
I
If he
think so,
can
love
get
that
this dead right, he'll be sitting really good for a 3.
Control! Little heavy!
Whoa.
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 Yep. Yep. Hard bend. Hard! Hard bend! Hard! Really
Here it comes.
Whoa! Sit, sit, sit. Attaboy, Coop.
Ah, great shot.
That is a beaut. Kevin Cooey makes it look easy. Canada lies 3.
So now Switzerland in a bit of trouble.
Good shot, Kev. Really good throw.
And that was where that first stone
Good icing.
from Benoit Schwartz had to be millimetre perfect. It had to be further back so that that raise wasn't there or not so easy.
Yeah, needed to have a different angle on the raise, but now he's looking at 3. So now it's damage control. Possible triple takeout if he really hammered this one on the nose, but I think he's looking to kill 2. Jams.
Okay.
And it is going to be a draw for 3. So the Swiss gamble backfires. They were trying to force the Canadians into 1. This stone doesn't curl quite enough. Jams the Canadian stone, leaves the Canadians lying 2, and now Kevin Cooey just needs full 12 foot for a huge 3-point score.
Gotta go, Ben. Line's good.
Well, definitely like last guys.
Are we by the yellow?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
fine.
oh yeah. Line's fine.
Line's fine.
Come on, can't hurt it.
Yeah, you can't hurt it. You're good.
Working
you're
it
good.
hard
Good
and
shot,
it's looking good.
Straight from.
That slid well.
Right to
Yeah, I know.
the button for Kevin Cooey. 3 points for Canada. Huge, huge 3-point end here in the 6th, giving the Canadians a 6-3 lead with 2 to play.
Remember that way.
Guys. Boys. 2 in?
Yeah, do you like whenever
The old fake split come around 3?
Vraiment proche, parce qu'on avait venir derrière. 3, vraiment proche.
Ah oui?
Put on the button, Flash.
I think it's there.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa!
Looks pretty good. Right
Hello again from Suzhou.
There, there.
Venue for the first leg of Curling World Cup, our feature game. Canada versus Switzerland, the new look team Kevin Cooey. It's Peter de Cruz and Rona, that 3-point end in the 6th. Really giving Cooey a stranglehold in this game. Made some nice shots to get it.
He did. Certainly Kevin's first stone there, the raise, making that just really sealed his big end.
2 really nice setup shots by BJ Neufeld. And Kevin Cooey with a great angle raise.
And Peter de Cruz, you know, he said to Benma, come round with you first. And, you know, it was a brave call, but and he didn't play a bad shot. Just stone placement there with one of these. It had to be further back. Probably back tee.
Keep going. That's good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good scrub, boys. Sweet.
But that's where you're punished.
Yeah,
in this game, an inch here or there, you're punished.
Yeah, two right.
It's 2 great stones there from Ben. You can see good setup on the button, and then 8 foot.
There's the comparison between the leads. Ben Hebert having a really nice game, 94%, Valentin Tanner at 75, so Hebert with the edge.
So Switzerland put up the corner guard and they're coming round. You wondered if they'd put up another corner guard when it's now the 5-rock rule. But maybe he's thinking, don't go too crazy. If we get a 2 here, we go for the steal, an 8. And then we...
And we see the final score between Scotland and Japan. Bruce Mott, 9-1 winners over Team Japan. Back in our feature match, Colton Flash.
Weight's good. Weight's good. Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Keep going. Flash in the air.
Great shot. Couldn't remove the guard there from play, so played a nice tap back weight and rolled 3 in a line.
Roll for bonus.
He likes it. He's happy.
Yeah. So when you tell your teammates, I owe you one, great brush.
So this is where Switzerland need to be careful. They want to score.
It's almost imperative that they do here, isn't it, Rona?
It is. But it's still just second stone, so they're trying to build up something. If they can freeze the red that's on the tee line, just force an error from Canada. That's all they're looking for. Just want to freeze right on top of that one. Oh, lovely shot.
Yeah, nice little late switch of the brushing just for that little bit of finish. And boy, oh boy. Welded it right to the nose.
Set. You want to go in there?
So we heard before that last end that the Canadians, you know, were saying they don't want to blank. They wanted to score at that last end, and
There's nothing except onto this.
you know, now it's a case of for Switzerland. They'd be quite happy with the appeal.
Not much to compare between the
little thick half.
second stones,
Should run straight,
Should
right?
run dead straight. Bob.
percentage-wise. And they're going to deal with that corner guard.
That's not what we want.
He went for it.
Oh, that's one way. Okay, good.
Got the job done. Let's take a look at Sweden versus the USA. Yellowstone of the Americans on the button. So this looked like a draw for potentially 2 for Greg Persinger, and this would tie it up.
Gotta go then. Line's really good. Gotta go.
Sweepers
Come
seem
on.
quite happy
Come
with
on.
it.
Come on, you got it.
Sweepers are really working it.
Come on. Come on, you got it.
Oh, we need to work it really hard. Fully in the 12.
Oh, that's a coast-to-coaster there. Great sweep by Team USA. And they tie it up. Big deuce for the Americans. Sweden 3, USA 3. And there's another nice freeze.
A great shot there from Switzerland.
Great angle, too.
Look at our rules. This is going to drag. Let's hit half a rock and unlock that back one.
I think we see this moving at some pace here.
You want to be fairly thin on this. Good peel.
Yep, want to catch that top one quite thin.
BJ Neufeld out like a rocket. Well, caught it thin all right. Changes the angles, but still set up for jamming.
Like, I know it's on a good angle. Where's he going to go?
It's difficult now, though, for Switzerland to place that second counter without leaving a double. So that's why you could ignore that and just draw to the wing.
Save it for as late in the piece as you can.
Yes.
Comparisons of the thirds. Sven Michel, 92%, with a bit of an edge over BJ Neufeld at 79.
Je pense.
Oui, go, go, go.
So they want to put this just on the T line. So there's no chance of a double on the yellows.
Schwartz and Tanner on the brush. Right where they wanted it.
Just slides a fraction too far. But Kevin Coe will just ignore that pile in the middle and hit the open one.
Neufeld.
Clean. Yep.
Good peel.
Boom.
J'ai pas arrêté. T9.
La même.
Yeah.
Saw earlier in the game that Colton Flash had to call for a technical timeout for a loose handle when you hit rocks that hard. Sometimes those handles get a bit loose. Sven Michel.
We're just looking to replace that in the T line.
Elle cœur déjà, hein, Val. Ça cœur beaucoup là déjà. Oui. Ça fait cœur plus qu'avant. Ça va presque dans les trop. Hein. Oui, allez. Parfait.
Sweeping this one a wee bit to get it to the tee. Played it perfectly.
Yellow rocks belong to the Swiss. They've got the hammer here in the seventh. They're trailing by 3. Must get a pair.
And Canada wouldn't be too bothered about losing a 2 here. They're still going to be 1 up with the hammer coming home. So that's a good position for them to be in.
Yeah, no doubt.
So losing a 2 wouldn't be a disaster for them.
But you'd much rather be 2 up with coming home, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Kevin Cooey.
Queen. Yep. Hard.
Especially when you're trying to win these games in regulation.
Hard.
I think I probably know this here.
Just
Rolled out.
Just off the rings.
Yeah, it's a different mindset you're going into the last few ends when you want 3 points from winning the game in
Yes.
regulation 8 ends. You don't want to win the game in a shootout.
And only
You
get,
should only
2
get 2
points.
points.
Exactly.
So it's a different mindset than playing regular curling when you know you got an extra end to play
Exactly right.
if you tie the game. So you just have to approach it with a different way of how you play the ends earlier on.
The decision for the Swiss is, do you pull the trigger now, or do you put the stones somewhere else and hope to generate some kind of a shot for a potential 3?
Because you could just come up and be half checking the top of that red and bump his yellow back to freeze the back red.
I think he's drawing around the pile, Rona, which I love. If he makes this, I think it's in a great spot. Tough shot, though.
It is a very tough shot, but a great result if he can make it. He knows it curls big at the end.
No, not going to get around the pile now, so now they're thinking freeze. That's not really what they were looking for, because can Kevin Cooey now hammer his own and kill both the Swiss stones?
Yep, he can.
I think those is okay. High
His
side
favorite
is,
shot.
Anything high is good.
Yeah.
Half rock high is good.
Never seen a high heater that Kevin Cooey doesn't like. Peter de Cruz knows it too. Full marks for bravery for the Swiss. They've been trying to make things happen, but
again, it's those inches that make the difference.
Yeah.
You know, if he'd come right round there, really put the pressure onto Canada.
it would have.
But unfortunately, where it's finished, it's just allowed Canada that chance to play an easier shot.
Kevin Cooey bringing the heat.
Clean it.
Ba-boom. Adios. Is that on? Is it off? Is it on? Is it off? I think it's off.
It's touching the white. Normally white is like the white's touching the back line.
I know, because there's a big difference blanking it.
Absolutely. There's a comparison between the 4th stone throwers and Kevin Cooey, 90%. Slight edge over Benoit Schwartz. Yeah, you'd hate to play for a blank and then measure that thing and it's on the rings and it's a steal. That makes you look bad, but
Exactly, the white.
I think that's just a bit of brave talk from the Canadians. I think it's on. No, not so much.
Don't want to give us a little something.
Peter de Cruz not rising to the bait.
No, it's not. Ben's trying hard to wind him up.
It is the blank. Let's see if the Canadians call for a biter measure or not.
He already knows. Pretty proactive official there. I didn't even have to tell him.
Well, the
a pretty
Canadians
proactive
do
official,
want
did
the
you
biter
know?
measure.
No, neither did I.
I think they hadn't even looked at it, and the officials coming round with the measure.
Yeah. I knew what was coming. Special measuring stick. used to determine if a stone is touching the rings or not. And no. Blank end.
I think you and I would be going to the opticians if that had been in.
Too right. No trip to the opticians necessary. Blank end. Switzerland will carry the last rock into the 8th end, trailing by 3.
We have to try
white
for
is
3.
out too.
Yep. If we're perfect behind, then if he makes a mistake, then it's not okay.
I got T-line.
Ben Hebert of Canada gets it underway in
Right on the button, Flash.
the
Go,
scores
go,
are
go,
tied.
Go, 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 go.
We go to a 1-rock shootout.
You're good.
Hard beach. Good sweeping, guys. Use it, Frosty nose there.
Ben Hebert's had a really solid game.
Ligne, ça va coller énorme.
Valentin Tanner.
OK, juste un.
Yeah, but the 5-rock rule, the leads position, is so important to get stones in the right position.
Ça va coller trop là.
And Ben is certainly a master of putting them in the right position.
There's a bad guard.
There's one corner guard. Quite a long one.
Hard Flash. Head down, head down, head down, head down, head down.
Hebert thinks he's light.
Yeah. Encouraging his sweepers not to even look up or think, just sweep.
Don't you dare look. Don't even look.
Keep going.
Keep going, keep going. Keep going.
They want it in.
Sorry, guys. Good
And they get it there.
shoot.
Switzerland will think of that rock as a guard.
Head down,
Down, head down, head down, head down, head down, head down. Oh, look.
Come on.
You sweep.
Need you both.
Hey, guys, you got to go as far as this
Gotta
one
go
can
hard.
go.
Big brush there from
Keep
the
going,
Canadians.
Keep going. Keep going.
It's a bit reminiscent of the final rock that Team Kevin Cooey threw in the Canadian Olympic trials to clinch their Olympic place. Remember Ben Hebert urging Brent Lang coast to coast for the winning shot.
Top 4.
Here's the 2 corner guards for Switzerland. So now this 5-rock free guard zone's in play. Under the old 4-rock free guard zone, Colton Flash was blasting that corner guard now, but because it's the 5-rock free guard zone, he can't do that.
Line's good. Looks pretty good. You got a bit of room here.
Got room.
Fight the 4, Benny.
Wait only.
It's half in the 4.
Finish it up. Yep. Check it in there.
Pretty nice shooting from Team Canada.
Good shot.
Yeah, great stone placement there.
J'aime bien pousser derrière.
Want to keep it all top tee, so Switzerland have got nothing to freeze.
Faire un peu ça.
En plein, c'est presque mieux si on y arrive.
OK.
Rocks in play, however.
Et puis au pire, ça split.
Something for the Swiss to work with, but
Fais un bon
rocks are
battage.
in great spots for the Canadians.
A lot of work to do. OK, pour moi.
Peter de Cruz.
9. Oui, 9.
Traverse. Ouais.
Juste 8, 9.
Ouais.
9, 10. Ouais.
Great enough, not decent. So they want it 8, 9 and not 10.
Yes.
So that's just a weight that's going to bump the red back.
back, 4 foot back, 8 foot weight. Pushes that stone not quite behind the tee line, but leaves his own stone in front of the Canadian counters. Nice shot by Jacruz. Placing is a bit light. Wasn't too bad.
Tight guard. Feel the yellow.
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
He
make
does
that
that.
then. Whatever you like. Let's make it flash.
Thing is, Canada won't be bothered here
I like
if they
making
remove their
this.
own red
Yeah.
counters from play.
You like that, Beach?
They're 3 up. They don't need to score. They just need to prevent Switzerland scoring.
2/3.
No, it should win.
After a bit of debate.
Yeah,
they're
use
going to
their
run the
own
front.
red because that is acting as a guard.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Gotta go, Benny.
Hard.
Yep. Hard.
Shot.
Nah, great result.
Shot flash.
Meant that longer guard that was just biting the 12 foot is now
On arrive à
not
coller entre les
there.
deux, là.
It's a much shorter guard.
Ouais. Il faut être en
So it
plein
makes
sur
it
cette
very
lance,
difficult
Lucas.
for Switzerland. They'll need to bump again.
C'est un troisième shot.
Switzerland must score 3 to force the shootout.
J'ai une vitesse, 5, 6. 4 pieds, les gars. 7. Juste à vous. Ouais, pas moins. Ouais. 6. 5. 4. Perdez pas. 4. La perdez pas. Une parfaite. Ouais. 4. Ouais. Yeah.
Looking to freeze it against something, but it's almost biting the 8 foot. Should be peelable for Cooey.
I think it's okay there, flash.
Okay. Straight peel. Out turn, we know.
Play this.
Out turn.
Yeah, out turn. Clean.
BJ Neufeld.
Yep. Clean, easy.
Picks it clean. Canada lies 3.
Playing the feather. Even that there is fine.
Let's have a live look at Sweden versus the USA. This game is tied at 3. Nicholas Edin.
He's going for a thin double here.
Yep, cross house double.
He can't get to the shot in the 4 foot.
That's a nose hit though, nothing doing.
Steal of 1 for USA.
Wow. USA with a 4-3 lead after 7. Is that game headed for a shootout?
You're just desperate for all these exciting
I love
shootouts.
the shootouts. It's great.
Actually, it doesn't matter when you feel.
We had a shootout in the mixed doubles game earlier on today, and boy, oh boy, it was exciting. Neufeld now clearing corner guards.
Whoa.
Kills the top one, no problem.
Fine.
So the rock countdown is on for Team Canada. Trying to run Switzerland out of stones and grab the win in 3 points.
10. Ouais, tout seul. Le plus loin possible. Tout seul, 10 feet. Un peu light, coordonnate. Oui.
Sven Michel.
Lynn, c'est bien. Oui. Lynn, c'est bon.
Seul.
Oh. Lynn, c'est parfait. Ça cœur là, c'est. Oui. Oh.
Trying to draw around the stone,
Ouais. Yep.
fighting the button. They need all 3 to tie. Hebert and Flash, unequivocal.
You miss it, he goes around.
Run it back.
Yeah, there's certainly no debate with what the front end wanted to play there.
Hammer that red one. If you run it back, fantastic. The game is over. If you don't run it back, you open up the back one. No problem on the last.
En fait, si tu rates celle derrière, elle est de toute façon ouverte après.
The only horror shot It's just fractionally off nose, blowing it by the back one.
Whoa. Whoa.
Right off. Right off.
Okay.
Right out, right out, right out, right out.
That's fine.
Game not over yet, but mission accomplished for Cooey.
Yeah, I feel it.
Opens up the shot rock.
Yeah, he knows by doing that he's got an open hit with his next one. Even if Switzerland draw perfectly around the corner guard.
Yeah.
It'd be fine if Switzerland needed a 2 here.
Exactly.
But 3 is just out of reach at the moment.
Scotland and then Japan tomorrow night.
Canadian front end now just having a wee discussion about who they play tomorrow.
Yeah, looking ahead.
Yes.
They think this job's done.
That's it. Tick. First game done.
Assure dans la maison quand même.
Switzerland doing all they can, drawing it around the corner guard, but it's going to be a wide open hit for the win here for Kevin Cooey.
Yep, every skip's dream, an open hit.
Well, actually, every skip's dream is 5 up and not have to throw your last one at all, but this one will do in the dream department.
There's some housekeeping there from BJ, making sure there's no debris on the ice.
Kevin Cooey for the win.
Clean it.
No doubt about it. Right on the nose, and that's all she wrote. Canada runs Switzerland out of stones. Kevin Cooey and Team Canada defeat Peter de Cruz and Switzerland. Great game. 3-point end in the 6th was decisive. Final score is Canada 6 and Switzerland 4.
Let me tell you one thing, boys. Can't win them all if you don't win the first one.
Right.
So let's pick up some action of the other games in progress here at Curling World Cup. Let's have a look at Norway versus China. Oh, so close to making that angle run to leave themselves lying too, but that single stone on the ring is not enough, and so it is victory for Norway. Stefan Wallstead opening their account with their win over the home team. Final score there. Wait for confirmation. Norway running China out of rocks. Here's the confirmation of our final. Norway 4 and China 2.
Thank you. It was just possible. A little.
Zhang with a smile. He was trying that angle. Wallstead to throw his last. He almost made it. So 3 of the 4 games are done. Now let's look at the final game of action here in the men's draw. Sweden versus USA. Red stones are Swedish. Rasmus Rana. Lots and lots of rocks short of the rings on the center line. Rana trying to draw around them. Eriksson.
Fortfarande förbi. Ja, vänta. Låt den Karl kanske toucha. Med efterträff. Ja, då, det är bra.
Sunburn on the brush. That one really moved. Clips the front.
All right.
I mean, is the freeze good though?
The other option is to open that so we have something, but
Well,
really tough on that side. Give me a little more.
we got to get.
It'll curl on that side.
Richard
I'm
Honan.
giving-
Even Croy
straight for a long
outside of
time.
that even for guards.
Richard Honan, the American skip, throwing third stones. Greg Persinger throws the last rocks.
Tror jag här, för täpa dem känns ju också
Nicodine
extremt
looking
svårt.
things over.
Ja, jag tror jag kan nog komma runt. Det går nog.
Here's Ruohonen.
Pretty good. Yep.
Yep, gotta go. Gotta go, Croy.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa then, whoa. Whoa. Close, Sean. Whoa. Curl.
Just feathers the
Come on,
corner
go.
guard.
Go, go, go.
Okay.
Perfect way, it just hung there.
Yeah, they're trying to sneak it through that hole. He just feathered the corner
Yeah,
guard.
all right.
De har ju jävligt svårt att göra något där, så känns som den där är lite mer än full 8. 2 centi mer än full 8.
Vad hade du på alldeles?
Vad gillar du att se för is?
Ruohonen urging the rock to curl. Just feathers it. Changes direction. Sits in front of the Swedish stone. Oscar Eriksson.
Jag tror den är lång. Kör för T-line oavsett linje här.
Big rotation.
Är med nu. Se ut och sacka nu. Yes. Sikta bakom T, för den kommer sacka här. Ralle.
Rana Sundgren on the brushes.
Fan vad bra. Grymt. 12-7.
Right on the tee line.
Jag tror alltså släppa upp, hur hård den än känns nästan, så liksom den kommer och det är lättare att eka den än att sopa den liksom.
Sweden lying 2.
Can't make
Lindholm,
that, huh?
always focused.
Okay.
3-time world champ.
Yeah, I will.
Now heading the Swedish high performance curling program and doing
9.
an outstanding job. Richard Honan trying to follow that one down from Eriksson.
Go then. You can always hit it early. Go.
Yep. Line, yep.
Yep. Come on, gotta go.
Yep.
This one over curling,
Okay.
providing a little bit better cover. And there's Phil Drobnik, and there's Pete Fenson, bronze medalist from Torino. Olympic Games, you know well, Roy? And me too.
Man har precis hela röda
Indeed.
första garderna till vänster. Ja.
They let anybody and everybody into that one, I think.
Jag har svårt att se han få in en skott. Det ska vara typ någon sån här och spinna in skottet där, men
Lead player for Pete Fenson in that Torino Olympics was John Schuster, who has just become the gold medalist for Team USA, Pyeongchang Winter Olympics,
Trepas hängde lite när han satte den lite.
defeating this team, Nicholas Edin and Team Sweden in the Olympic gold medal game. Oscar Eriksson.
Linjen tror jag är bra. Ja, är den nära så undvik den här i alla fall. Bedöm den.
Sweden know that yellow guard's a danger for them.
Den kommer stanna.
USA can use it to raise into the house, so they're just putting a guard on top of it.
What a pile in front of the rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lots and lots of granite in front of the house.
You can run it off. We're trying to make it into this one, though, right?
I don't think that one's there. You're making it into this one.
Yeah,
Okay, that just opens it up then.
But it takes out one.
Yeah. Yep, I like it. I like it.
Okay.
So what do you want
that's
to
really
throw?
their only option,
Gotta
is
throw
to use these
peel or
center
7.5?
yellows.
Team USA's got to move something. Zadine and Eriksson look on.
Well, it's going to
Yeah.
roll away anyways.
I think you got to throw at least
I gotta-
7.5.
can't hit the whole rock. Like 8.5, 7.5.
Well, you got to move it. In case you hit it thin, you want to move these.
Okay. 7.5.
I think I'd throw 7.5.
There's the time clock, 55 and counting for Team USA. They've got 2 to come.
This is a straighter spot. Should.
Greg Persinger.
Looking to run both these yellows back into the yellow in the house, onto the red.
Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, they overswept
They
it in the
did
end.
oversweep
Good
it.
shot, though.
Opened up a path, but yes, Rona, so close. A little less brushing, and that was made.
Ah, you need to be off it just a little.
Yeah, Rona acknowledging that.
Han har en halv cent i luft där kanske. Ja. Han behöver ju
throw it
lite
much better.
utsida.
He couldn't have had.
typ
They
shot,
did
men-
pile into it early
Den var
on,
inte i
but
vägen, men
just
den är ju
overswept
sjukt
it.
svår. Fast i och för
If
sig,
they
den
had
här är
made
också
that,
jävligt
Sweden
svår.
were in a bit of trouble.
Vilken skulle ni
Den
säga
här
att
kan
han
han ju
har?
få skottet
Dubbelskjutning
på.
dubbeln,
Smiter han
eller?
den?
Ja.
Stannar han bättre här så har vi inget
So
slag för
there's
2.
those 2 red stones belonging to Sweden.
Nej, vi
Those are
kan
the
den där
game-winning
då.
points
Den
as
här är
we
ju äckligt svår.
look at it right
Bara
now.
bort en dock, då har vi inte mycket att dra för 2 på. Men han har ju 2 träffar liksom.
Yeah. USA have only got 30 odd seconds left to play their last
Ganska
stone,
hög,
so
det är risk att han skjuter den här.
they don't have a lot of
Kanske
time to
lättare
think.
skjutning, så. Ja, här uppe.
because it is thinking time.
Persinger already making his way down to the shooting end.
Which is never a good thing for a skip to be rushing their last stone.
Nicholas Adine.
Mellan är bra.
Sweden know if they block this again,
Okej.
it's going to be very difficult for USA to come in.
Rent. Bara sitta.
Just blocking that hole.
Guard stone here from Nicholas Adine.
Det är bra. Bra.
Covers the shot rock.
Fint.
So,
Still like that one?
Think so.
It's pretty tough, so yeah. So, what do you want?
You better
got
decide
time.
quick,
7.5?
Rich.
Or 8?
7.5.
7.5, all right.
double raise takeout looks to me, Rona. Red, red, yellow, red.
Yeah, so he decided that was going to be his only option before he left,
Oh. Croy.
to go down to the
Go,
hat.
Croy.
Oh, son.
Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Red, red, yellow, red. That is a
takes
mighty
minutes.
fine shot from Greg Persinger. Beauty.
What a shot.
Great shot.
Dynamite shot.
Yeah,
Especially
I said, well,
being
'cause it
rushed
didn't
out the
throw as much
hack
as that, so.
with very
No,
little
you were
time
fine, you
left.
hit it, 'cause I
Look
think we
at
needed it.
this. Red onto yellow onto red, leaving it shot rock. Fantastic. That is an absolute pistol.
And it's so well, but so Switzerland, sorry, Sweden have to go for this raise to win the game. They don't want a 1 to peel it.
And
But-
then Nicholas Adine with the angle raise run in to try and score 2 and win the game.
And
Here
he's
we
down
go.
to 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh, never in doubt.
3
Here we go.
seconds.
Yep, yep.
Angle raise.
Whoa, yep.
Oh, they're on and off. Oh, is he good? Oh no, he's
He's
missed.
passed it, and the USA steal the win. Wow, what a finish. Team USA, Greg Persinger with an incredible double raise takeout. Nicholas Adine with the angle raise run in just misses it, and the USA steal the victory.
Hey, way to hang in there.
Had it hit this one a
Way to
little
hang in
bit
there. Great
thinner.
shot. Way to
Just
go.
blows it by the American shooter. Wow, what a finish.
Good job, bro.
Good job, bro. I would say so.
Greg Persinger with an absolute clutch final stone. USA 5 and Sweden 3 is your final.
Could have actually kept you on a little bit more and we get it faster. I don't think I've ever played worse than 1.
Nicholas Adine disappointment.
He will be, because he lay well that whole end.
Our feature game, Canada versus Switzerland. Canada 6, Switzerland 4. Canada versus Switzerland. 5th end. Benoit Schwartz. Swiss 4th stone. Facing 2 Canadian counters. Drills it right on the lid for a single point for the Swiss. In the 6th end, Kevin Cooey, after some great setup shooting, now has a draw to the 12-foot to score a huge 3-point end. Puts it right on the button to score 3. In the 8th end, open hit for the win for Canada's Kevin Cooey. No problem there. They run the Swiss out of rocks. And Canada claim a 6-4 victory. Looking at all of our matches, USA with a thrilling 5-3 victory over Sweden. Norway 4-2 winners over China. Canada in our feature match 6-4 winners over Switzerland, and Scotland with a 9-1 win over Japan. Let's look at the standings. Norway and the USA with 3-point victories. The other pool, Canada, Scotland with 3-point victories. In the first round at Curling World Cup, Suzhou.
Kevin, many congratulations. First game win. How important was that win with your new team?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to get off to a good start. I mean, we've had one practice as a team, you know, the day before we jumped on the plane. So it'll be a bit of a process learning, but, you know, Switzerland's a good team, so it's nice to get off with a win for sure.
And how do you feel playing in this format of the first ever World Cup?
Yeah, I don't know yet. You know, it's hard to figure out, you know, how it'll all shake down at the end. Obviously, I mean, you play well, you'll probably have a chance at the end, and you know, that's all you can ask for. We have a pretty tough pool, so for sure good to start off with a win.
And do you feel you need a different mindset playing the last few ends when you really don't want to have that shootout? You want to win the game?
Yeah, it's totally different. I mean, strategy becomes a huge part of that, especially now with the 5-rock rule. I mean, you know, if they make a couple good shots there, they have a chance at 3, and you know, to come off with a tie and have to go to a shootout, that would have not been a happy crew.
Well, congratulations, first game done.
Great. Thanks a lot.
So that'll do it for us here in Suzhou. On behalf of Rona Howie and our entire production crew, I'm Hans Frauenlob. Thank you for joining us at the Curling World Cup.